Hello YouTubers, I'm Paris and this is our 18th video in Android application development. In this video I'm going to show you that how you can create a swipe pool with list view. So this is the example that we are going to make. You can see if I make it like this, you can see now it's loading and it will generate a random image, a random data. You can see it's a new, and you can do like this and you can see it is yeah, now we have another data and this is a random data. So this is the example that we are going to make, and now I'm going to create a new file or project. So new project, I call it swipe pool list view. Click on next, and finish. So now I'm waiting for the project. Okay guys, now this is my project. The first thing I need, I'm going to open my main activity.xml and remove this text view, and so I want to add first swipe refresh layout. So let me just add v4 widget swipe refresh layout. So match parent, and it should be wrap content like this. Also I need to give an ID for this because I will need the ID. So Android ID, and the ID I want to give it swiper like this. And in our swipe refresh layout I need a list view, so let me just create a list view. So match parent, and I need to give an ID for this. So Android ID, at ID I call it list view. So now we have created designed our main layout. Now we need to create a custom model layout because we will use that in our list view. So right click, new layout resource file, and I call it model. The root element I want to a cart view. So cart, I need to add this. Let me open my build.gradle. Build.gradle, the project. Sorry, let me just module. Okay, now in here, let me just you can if you're using the new Android Studio, if you don't have, you can add from here, and if you're using new Android Studio you can simply go to your design, and in here you need to find so in the layout, containers, I think it should be, yeah. You can see we have a card view, and you can click and and you can OK, and it will import for us the card view. So now I'm waiting. I think if you're using I'm using the latest version of Android Studio. If you're using that, you didn't need to internet connection when you were downloading this. So right now I don't have internet. I'm waiting for this. So guys, now it's downloaded, and now we are going to go to our layout, and let me create a resource file, and I call it model, and it should be a cart view. You can see we have now cart view, and click on OK. Okay, now in our custom model So in here, let me just add. Okay. Also, let me add an XML file in here. Let me remove this, make it res auto. So now the first thing I need, unexpected. Okay, so I need app res auto, not already. Okay, after this, now we need to create in our model. I need this is my card view. I need an image view in here. So let me make this to, for example, 300 dp, and I need to add app cart elevation to 10 dp and app cart corner radius to 10 dp, like this. Also, let me give Android layout margin to 10 dp. So now this is our card view. Now let me go to the design, and I want to add an image view in here. So before this, I need some image. Let me add some images. Okay guys, so I have added 6 images in my drawable folder. You can copy. Now in my model, I have added an. Okay, now let me add an image view. So let me use the designer. You can add it manually, but I'm using the designer. And where is my images? So yeah, let me just take this one image by default, and let me open the main design. So let me, because we are using constraint layout, or let me just we are using a card view. Let me change the width. So let me just first remove this, and I'm going to add a layout in here. Let me add a constraint layout in my cart view, and so it should be 300 dp, like this. And now in the constraint layout, I'm going to add an image view. Image view, choose an image, and you need to constrain this because it's a constraint layout. You can make it like this and like this. Okay, now let me just change the, so we have the ID. I should make it image view, and for the height, let me give it 200 dp and 200 dp. Also, you need to add an Android scale type fit XY. So now it's fitted, and make this little in here like this. And now we need a text view. So in the text, let me add a text view in here, make it constraint like this, and make constraint to our image at the top, and like this. Okay, so we have an image view and a text view. Let me give some style for my image view, for the text view. So let me change this to my name, and so also I need to give some Android text style to bold, Android text color you can give I'm going to give it color primary, and Android text size to, for example, 30 sp. Change this to txt model, the ID, and for our image I call it img model, like this. So now we have designed our this. Now we need some classes. Let me create the first class, Java class. I call it name. I need a custom adapter, and also I need my view holder, and I need an interface for handling the click events, so you can create that. Let me create in here. It's an interface. I call it item click listener. So now these are the classes. The first thing I need, I'm going to, in my name, create some variable. So private string name and private int image. So now let me create a constructor for this, and also you need to create getters. So generate and getters, like this. Okay, so after this I'm going to open my view holder in here, this class, and let me create an image view. I call it image view. Also I need a text view. I call it text view. But now I need to create a public by constructor. So my view holder, and it holds a view. So view. Now we need to find our these view dot find view by ID, or dot ID dot img model, and I need a text view dot find a view by ID, or dot ID dot txt model. Okay, now after this we have done this, and now we are going to come to our custom adapter, and now in here it extends from base adapter. We need to implement the methods, and at the top the first thing we need to create a context. So we need to create an array list. So array list type of name, and I call it names, like this. Let me import the context, alt enter. Okay, now so also you need to create a swipe refresh layout. Now I need to create generate a constructor for this. Okay, The first thing in the get count, we need to return the size of our list, and in here in get item we need to get our so you can get this from your names dot get at the position like this. So in our get item ID in here I'm going to return just position. Now this is the place that we are going to inflate our view in this section. So the first thing you need to create a layout inflator. So let me create a layout inflator. I call it Inflator. And now if inflator is null, we are going to inflator context dot get system service context dot layout inflator service. And now we need to typecast this to layout inflator. So layout inflator like this. And now if convert view as null, convert view inflator dot inflate, and we are going to inflate our model that we have created, and this is null. Okay, now after this, now we need to bind our data. Let me create my view holder. I call it holder, new my view holder, and you need to add your convert view in here. Holder dot it is holder dot textview dot set text and names dot get position dot get name. Sorry, get name. Holder dot image view dot set image resource names dot get dot image. Okay, now this is our view, and now we need to implement our item click listener because we are going to, okay, now in here, so let me create public void. I call it item clicked, not public, void item clicked, and so now we have created our interface. Now we need to open our my view holder again, and in the my view holder we need to first create an item click listener. I call it item click listener. Also, you need to implement on click listener and implement methods. So let me just implement methods. I have on click methods, and also let me create another method in here, public void set item click listener. set item click listener, and I'm going to give an item click listener IC, and this dot item click listener is IC. Okay, now in our on click method, in here we need to give this dot item click listener dot item clicked, make it like this. And in here also we need to add view dot set on click listener, make it to this, like this. Okay, now after this we are going to open our custom adapter, and in here in our custom adapter, so in this section let me bind that. So holder dot set item click listener and new item click listener. So you can give a toast in here, but I don't want to do anything in my this item click listener. And in here you need to do your so swipe refresh layout dot dot set on refresh listener new on swipe refresh layout listener. So now in here let me create a method in here, swipe refreshing, and we want to do refreshing in our this method. Okay, so now in here let me create a handler. So handler, and I want an iOS handler dot post delete and new runnable, and in here you need to give the time. I want to give to delay, this is 2000 millisecond, like this. Okay, and in here let me first add, so because I want to add a random data from my list view, so names dot get a new random dot next int names dot size. Now let me create a custom adapter dot this dot notify dataset changed. Also you need to swipe refresh layout dot set refreshing and make this to false, like this. Okay, so now this is I think in here we have completed. Let me open our main.activity. So now in here the first thing I need, let me create a list view. I call it list view. I need a custom adapter. I call it adapter. Also I need a swipe refresh layout. I call it swipe. Now I need to find the list view. So list view, find view by ID or dot ID dot list view. I need to find a swipe, find or dot ID dot swiper, and list. Let me create an adapter, new custom adapter, and now in here we need to give the context to this, and let me create a method of get names, and also you need to add the swipe in here. If you remember, in the constructor we have of custom adapter that we have created, you can see we have context, the array list, and our swipe. And now let me create this name. Create. Okay. Now first thing I need, in here we need to add our data. So name, and I call it names new array list, and now name in new name. So for the name I want to add, for example, my name, and the picture are dot drawable dot pick one, and you need to names dot add and in. So this is our first one, and you need to just copy this and add it. So let me copy and paste it in here, make it John Doe. This is for pick 2, and I'm going to add my data. So let me pause this, and you can add like this data. So I have added the data, and at the end you need to return this movies, this names. Okay, now this is and also at the end you need to set the adapter to the list view. Set adapter and adapter. Okay, now let me just run this, and so I'm waiting for this. Okay guys, now the main problem is in our custom adapter. In here we have made a mistake. We are returning null in our custom adapter. If you see where we have loaded our model and convert view, so and we have binded our data, and here you need to return your convert view, and I have forgot to do this. So convert view. Okay, now I'm going to run it again. So now I'm waiting for this. So guys, this is our project, and now you can see and now it's loading. Now we have another random data. Now let me make it again, and now it's loading another data, and it's loading another data. So thank you guys. If you have any question, please let me know, and for the further videos, please subscribe to my channel, like the video, and also share the videos.